Pisces, and welcome to your September 2017 love reading with Divine Love Tarot. I want to say thank you for watching me. Thank you for joining me. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much. I was blown away by the attention that last month's reading received. And, a lot of people hit me up about how much it resonated. And I'm like, it really resonated with me also, and certain Pisces that I know in my life. So I'm very, happy about that because, when you do readings in real life, it's one thing, because it's more personal. But I didn't know what to expect, trying to do this over YouTube and seeing if it would connect with other people, if other people would be like, oh, this is a bunch of crap. So I'm just very excited to see how well that did resonate. And I'm just glad that, I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm still having this residual, I think it's allergies. First I thought it was a cold, but now I'm pretty sure it's allergies that's causing my throat to be all kind of sticky. But anyway, I'm just very happy that, these messages are resonating, and I'm very happy that you guys have given me a chance. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the reading for the month of September. Okay, I'm going to try to get these videos up as early as possible. And I'm going to do the same spread, past, present, and future, 3 cards in each position, okay? Let's go ahead. I've already shuffled, so let's start with your cards from the past. First card in your past position, Pisces, is the Moon card. The next card in your past position is the Lovers. And the third card in your past position is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Pisces, so the Moon in reverse, it can represent a time where you were experiencing a lot of confusion as far as your emotions, okay? You might have been confused about a person or a situation, or confused about how to handle a person or a situation. But this card also, in the reverse, represents some sort of deception, or more so self-deception. Okay, so basically it was you not wanting to see a situation for what it was, and you were tricking yourself or fooling yourself into thinking that it could have been different, okay? This can also represent just a time where you were unhappy. Possibly some type of secret was revealed about, a person that you were dating or your partner, or maybe one of your secrets came out and it caused some turmoil. This can also represent that maybe you were just taking a break from your relationship, or a break from the situation because it was too much for you. Okay, but this card can also represent being mentally exhausted and even a little bit emotionally disturbed. So maybe, if that was you and it was a time where your emotions were just out of whack, or maybe you were dealing with someone who was emotionally disturbed and it was causing you, a lot of confusion. Then you move on to the Lovers, okay? And so my memory is serving me, I believe last... was it the July reading that we got the Lovers in reverse, but in June you got the Lovers in the upright, so now they're back in the upright? I can't remember exactly, but I know it's something to that effect. I would have to look back. But this represents, could be a spiritual or a karmic connection, all right? This represents attraction, someone that basically you and this person are just very attracted. You have great chemistry. If you're not soulmates, you feel like soulmates. Okay, this is a fated type of relationship. This card can represent two people that come together for a reason, okay? And it's not necessarily always a good reason. Sometimes it's a lesson that you have to learn by dealing with this person, okay? Maybe you have to learn to be more honest with yourself about the kind of person that you're dealing with. Maybe you have to learn to see people for who they are and not who you would like them to be. All right, that could be part of the lesson, or it could be a lesson on how to get in touch with your emotions. Maybe this person caused you to feel emotions more deeply than you're used to feeling, and that's why, you're a little bit confused and just out of sorts over here with the Moon in reverse. But I kind of feel like the Moon in reverse, there is some sort of deception, okay, because it's illusions, and whether, someone was deceiving you or you were deceiving yourself, it's pretty much the same, because you're not in the reality of the situation, okay? You're in your head, you're in your dreams, or you're in your hopes and your wishes. So here, you know, this could also represent, maybe you're dealing with a Gemini, okay? Maybe you were dealing with a Gemini in the past. And if you weren't dealing with a Gemini, this could just have been, you know, a very extremely strong sexual attraction for your partner at that time, or for your lover, whoever you were dealing with. Okay, it just could have been a time where love was your focus. Okay, you were just focused on love, and that's what you wanted, and you were getting that. And if nothing else, then this can also indicate that you may had a choice between two lovers. Okay, maybe you had to choose. Maybe you had to choose between, you know, someone that you love and someone that you were attracted to, or maybe your attraction for someone was causing you to confuse those emotions with being in love. That's another avenue that we can explore with that. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the past position. And so the Wheel of Fortune represents something faded that happened between the two of you, something that was destined, something that was meant to be. Whether it was your relationship, whether it was an event, okay? And the thing with the Wheel of Fortune is it's always dependent on what came before. So if things were going good and you got the Wheel of Fortune, yeah, it could be more of the same. But 9 times out of 10, because the wheel represents a cycle, it represents spinning and moving, continual motion, around and around. What goes up must come down. If you were up, then maybe this represents something that caused a little bit of a shaking up in the relationship. Because it can go either way with the Wheel of Fortune, all right? This can also indicate that maybe it was some type of whirlwind relationship, okay? Something that happened very quickly and burnt out just as quickly. This can also represent a time where you had open and honest communication with your partner, or with the person that you were dealing with, okay? And, you know, those communications, being honest, where, you know, here your emotions were all over the place, then, you know, who knows what came of that, okay? Let me see. Uh, you know, because this can also indicate that, you know, when the Wheel of Fortune shows up for the love reading, okay, because it's not a general reading, so we can narrow it down. And when the Wheel of Fortune comes up, this sometimes represents that the relationship has to be kind of reassessed, okay? You look at things, you've gotten to a point where you definitely know whether you're going to go forward this relationship or whether you're going to end this relationship. Because you basically, when the Wheel of Fortune shows up, you have to determine, is this relationship for my greater good, okay? Does this relationship suit me? Am I going to continue in this relationship, or are we going to get off the wheel, okay? So let's go ahead and see what's going on in your current situation, Pisces. You have, the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Five of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. I just have to take a deep breath because, all right. So we have the Queen of Swords in reverse, and I don't like to see any of the court sword signs in reverse, because to me that always, if it is a person, okay, and in this situation I hope it's not a person, I hope it's just the state of the relationship, because if it's a person, this person is just insane, okay? The Queen of Swords, if this is a person, okay, and if it's the female in the relationship, angry, bitter, cold, vindictive, hurtful, this person is like basically just hell on wheels, okay? This is the bitch of all bitches. You do not want to mess with this person. You don't want to deal with this person, okay? Upright Queen of Swords is no one to deal with either, okay? She can hold her own in the upright. You don't want to mess with the Queen of Swords when she's in the upright. You don't want to even deal with the Queen of Swords when she's in the reverse. All right, the Queen of Swords in the reverse can represent someone also who has mental issues. This person could be actually not well, okay, not crazy. And, you know, if we're coming out of the past situation where there was some sort of deception or some sort of confusion between, you know, this sort of a relationship and another event, or, you know, this led to a conversation, you know, that could leave someone who's not happy. If you have to break up a karmic relationship, if you have to leave behind a karmic relationship, that can mess up anyone's mood. And depending on what this deception was, and depending on what you found out, and depending on what this event was with the Wheel of Fortune, yeah, you this person or whoever could be very angry right now, could be even wanting revenge. All right, because when a person doesn't know how to handle their emotions, sometimes that's what we turn to. We want to make this other person feel what we felt. And that's sometimes tied into these karmic relationships where, if you believe in it, karma from your past life situation, one person could have hurt the person in the past life. In this lifetime now, that karma is being paid. But then some people, they want to pay that karma back immediately. It's like, you hurt me, I want to hurt you back right now, so bad. Okay? Now that I've gotten that out, if this is not a person, then this just indicates a time in this relationship where you guys are not able to find any type of common ground. You're not able to compromise. Okay? You basically are seeing things from one perspective, and you don't want to hear what this other person has to say. Okay? You basically feel how you feel, and you're closed off because you feel like you're right, okay, and you just don't want to deal with your partner. And if it's not that, this also can represent that you basically are actually taking off a mask. It's like you've been maybe trying very hard to please your partner, or maybe you've been being someone else in a situation, and you realize that didn't work for you, and now you're over it, and you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna try so hard anymore. Why am I trying so hard? Okay, whether this person lied to you or they deceived you in some type of way, you're like, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother. Okay, so the Queen of Swords, when she's in the upright, her wall is up. She's guarded. Okay, she can be very guarded, but she's very clear about her communication and clear about cutting you off, or if she's cutting you off, or clear about getting her point across to you. So now that she's in the reverse, she's still guarded. Okay, it's not like she's open, but she's a little bit less clear with her communication, and she's a little bit less open with her communication. So now she's guarded and she's closed off. She is not open or receptive to anything you have to say. So in the relationship, this could represent a time where there's a stagnant period because communication is not able to flow back and forth between the two of you. All right. We also have here the Five of Cups in reverse. All right, so the Five of Cups in reverse is, in the upright, it represents sorrow. It represents sorrow over something that happened in the past. So in the reverse, this can represent that you are over these hurt feelings. You're over this situation. You're over being hurt. You're over this person hurting you. This can represent trying to heal from your past situation, or the period. Now you're in a period of healing, coming out of the moon in reverse, and whatever might have happened with the Wheel of Fortune. Because this type of relationship coming apart hurts. It hurts. It's not something that you can get over very easily. Okay, sometimes breakups make you angry. Sometimes breakups happen and you realize that you think you're going to be upset, and then you're like, you know what? That needed to happen. That needed to happen, and I'm not as hurt as I thought I would be. I'm okay. And then sometimes you break up and you don't realize how much it's going to hurt because you had such a connection with that person. And everyone that you're with is not going to give you the same level of connection. And sometimes you don't even understand why you're so connected to a person. And that's what that karmic bond is. So when those relationships end, it is very painful and it's very hard to get over. And sometimes it takes a while, okay? So maybe now you're finally at that point where you're able to get over the emotional pain. Because it's either one or two things with this. Either you're not able to get over, you're holding on to it, or you're moving on. Because the five of Cups in reverse can also represent reconciliation. Okay, so this represents maybe you ran into that ex, and you're kind of thinking maybe we should get back together, maybe we shouldn't, because you've already gotten over the hurt and confusion, okay? Now, this card also represents that you realize you deserve better, okay? You realize that you deserve better than what you've been getting in the past. And so you're no longer holding on to the past, whether or not you really love this person, whether or not you were really connected, because you realize that no matter, there's someone out there that's going to love you and treat you right. Okay, if you were with someone and you guys loved each other, but that person wasn't treating you right, you know that there's more out there for you. All right, because there is someone that can love you and treat you right. You don't have to stay with someone who doesn't treat you right just because there's love there, because there's plenty of other people who can love you. Now, that's easy for me to say to you. I'm not going to lie and tell you that I have never stayed in a situation with someone because I felt so connected to them, but they were not doing anything right. They weren't doing anything for me. The relationship didn't serve me at all. But for whatever reason, call me a Pisces, call me crazy, but I had feelings for that person, and the feelings and these feelings, whatever I was feeling, I just didn't want to let go of these feelings, the way they made me felt. It was all about that. And then when you finally wake up one day and you're like, this is a piece of shit. Like, this is not how love should be, really. This is not how someone who cares about me is supposed to treat me. So when we see the Five of Cups in reverse, that can represent that feeling that, you know what? Yeah, I was sad, and yeah, I might be hurt, but I deserve better. Okay? I deserve better, and I'm not holding out for this past anymore. Okay? Um Now we also have in this present position the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So, the Queen of Pentacles can represent someone who is, they can say someone who is dating now for money and not love. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles is over love. Okay, she's like, look, I need to secure my future. All right, I mean, because Pentacles are about security, and when the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, she's no longer thinking about nurturing others. She's about herself. She's selfish now. She's thinking about what she needs, what she can get. All right. She's going to be selfish, and she probably knows she's being selfish. She's going to be selfish. She wants to be spoiled. She wants to be wined and dined. She wants fancy gifts. She wants to be taken care of. She wants to be treated like, Elizabeth Taylor. I don't know why that came to my mind, because maybe in the past she was too giving. Okay, maybe in the past she was too giving, and she realized that, you know what, I sacrificed so much of myself and I got nothing in return, and now her focus is on getting something. Okay, so whether or not you reconcile with that person, if this is you, Pisces, whether or not you reconcile with that past relationship, your focus is a little bit different now. You're like, look, okay, yeah, we can get back together, but I need this taken care of, and I need this taken care of, and I'm not going to be happy unless this is taken care of. Like, you're like, forget that love stuff. I know I love you. That's basic. I'm no longer going to overextend myself in this situation. As a matter of fact, I need you to overextend yourself so I can even see if you're real. Like, do you even mean this? Like, right now, you're the one who's going to have to do anything to prove to me that you want to be in this situation. And that's where you're at right now with the Queen of Pentacles. And if this is not you, then the Queen of Pentacles just represents a time where you are not focused on a love relationship at all. Your focus needs to be at home. Okay, whether you've realized that or not, that's what this card is saying. Right now in your present position, there's other things that need to be taken care of outside of your love situation. Or maybe all of this drama from the love situation has taken your focus away from your home or your work, and those areas of your life need attention right now. So the Queen of Pentacles in reverse represents a time where love is not even the focus, okay? Love is just like on the back burner, and there's other things that need to be taken care of, okay? If you are still in a relationship, you could be kind of closed off or cold towards your partner, not really interested in what they have to say right now, okay? Maybe you're still getting over whatever happened in the past, but you're just like, look, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to hear your point of view. I don't want to hear your excuses. All right, I'm over it. Let me do what I need to do to get over it. All right. So let's go ahead. I mean, I feel like that's pretty clear. You know, I'm going to come back and go over all this anyway. So let's go ahead and see what's going on in the future position for you Pisces. All right. First position, you have the Magician, you have the Ace of Cups, and then you have the World card. You know, these Pisces readings really, really like kill me sometimes because it's like either they start out really bad, right? Then they're kind of okay, and then they turn bad again. Or they start out really good, then the present's like, nah, and then they end up good again. So here we have a situation that wasn't really that great in the past. It's really not that great in the present. But hold on a second, because you have the Magician in the future. And the Magician represents that someone new is coming your way. All right, someone new coming into your life, a new potential love interest, whether you're in a relationship or not, Pisces. So this is for my singles. This is for my relationships. This is for people who just broke up with someone and, you know, they're not focused on love right now. But that's cool because the Magician is coming towards you. And if this is not a new person, but I think it is. If this is not a new person, or another karmic connection, Pisces. So it's like you guys are just you're like, this is a typical Pisces, right? Because we're the last sign. And most of the relationships that you enter into in this lifetime are going to be karmic because as a Pisces, you're an old soul. And so now it's about learning the lessons that you were supposed to learn from every sign that you've been through, right? But that's astrology. That's something else. But anyway, so 9 times out of 10 in this incarnation as a Pisces, a lot of your relationships are going to be karmic connections. And that's why Pisces, sometimes we get this rap of, oh, Pisces are in love with love, and, you know, Pisces are suckers, and Pisces are always in these crazy relationships. Yeah, well, you imagine every person that you met had a karmic tie. You try to imagine what life would be like if not only your family and friends 9 times out of 10 are people that you have some type of soul connection with, but the people that you're attracted to 9 times out of 10 are people that you have these karmic soul ties to, because these are these lessons that you have to learn to move on, right? All right, so out of astrology, back to tarot. You have the Magician in the future. The Magician is someone who is basically ready to nurture you in a relationship. This person has good intentions, okay? This person has good intentions towards you. If they were in the reverse, they would be trying to trick you. They'd be trying to be like a wolf in sheep's clothing. But in the upright, this person knows how to get what they want. And if that's you, then they're going to do whatever it takes for them to get to you. All right. And if it's not a new person, then it just represents a very stress-free time in your relationship. So whatever is going on in the past, okay, maybe that break that you took with, you know, in the Queen of Pentacles about focusing on home and just getting that balance back in your life. In the future, that's going to work well for you because the Magician is saying that, you know, you guys are having a time where there's just really not a lot of chaos going on. All right. Things are very stress-free. Things are very balanced and just kind of quiet. And, you know, you're able to kind of manifest what you want within your relationship. All right. You also have the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups represents the manifestation of a new phase in your relationship or a new relationship also. So that's why I said I thought that this would be a new person, because you also have a new beginning. All right. You have a new journey that you're going on. This is the start of a new relationship. So, you know, you might have been sitting here all this time afraid to let go of this past relationship that was causing you all this confusion, right? And caused you to be so hurt and bitter afterwards, and you just weren't even thinking about love anymore. Didn't think that you could even be in a relationship. You're not trying to hear it. Okay, look, pay my bills or pay me dust, leave me alone. And then, you know, that's right when you least expect it. It's always when someone shows up that's like, hey, I'll be good to you. You know, just when you think, you know, this person that I've been with for all these years, this person that I wanted so badly didn't treat me right. Who's going to treat me right? I don't want anybody. And then someone comes in like, oh, hey, hi, you know, I want to treat you right. I'm here, you know. Let's have this new beginning. Let's start something. I'm really feeling you, because this Ace of Cups represents emotions, an outpouring of emotions. So whoever this new beginning is, they're going to be very clear to you and very verbal about what they feel for you. Okay, if it's a new beginning with a new person, this person is going to tell you how much they're interested in you, how much they like you, how much they're glad they have met you. All right, now depending on how far in the future this is, this could be something that's already, you know, someone that you know or you met them. No, they're coming in the future. They're coming. So it could be something where you do meet someone and they're like, look, I really love you and I want to be with you. Okay, I want to have this new beginning. Now, this is cups, okay? So let's not get overly excited, because cups represent emotions. They don't represent action. Okay, so this, like I said, this is someone with good intentions. I didn't say he was, you know, a hero. I didn't say he was, you know, but possibly this could be the one. All right, because when you see the Ace of Cups, and then we also have the World card, so I feel like this person is very significant. This is not just going to be another fling, or, you know, just another karmic tie that basically runs you ragged. Because let me tell you, just on the readings alone, let's not even get into my personal life or the readings that I've done for other Pisces. But just from the readings alone, from June and July to August, and I'm happy to say that there hasn't been any fire sign or any fire energy in this reading. Why? Because that fire sign, which was possibly this fated karmic connection that you've been going back and forth with now for months, hopefully that person is gone. Okay? Hopefully that person is gone. Hopefully that's what this Wheel of Fortune event was. Okay? This Wheel of Fortune, hopefully this is that fire sign person that's, oop, out of here. Bye. Because, Lord. But if it wasn't if it wasn't a fire sign for you, that person, that energy that had been going back and forth, up and down, and it was literally like up or down. It was like the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows in the card. It was either cheating and deception and betrayal and hurt feelings, or like love and wonderful lovers and, you know, this karmic connection and this soul tie. Oh my God. Okay, so back to the future. So you have the Ace of Cups. You, at the very least, need to keep your options open. Keep yourself open towards love. That's what this card is saying to you, okay? Don't don't let your heart get hard. All right, I had a conversation and someone said that to me. Oh, I don't want my heart to get hard. Don't let your heart get hard, okay, Pisces? That's what you want to do now. That's kind of like a defense mechanism. But don't let your heart get hard, because you want to keep yourself open, because that love is out there for you. And I know sometimes when you get hurt in a relationship with somebody that you wanted so badly, right? But you have to be honest with yourself, and 9 times out of 10, you probably knew that person was not good for you. All right. You were deceiving yourself. You were fooling yourself into believing that whatever attraction and whatever bond was there was big enough to carry you guys. And it just wasn't, you know. And sometimes, you know, these lessons that we're supposed to learn, they hurt, but they really prepare you for that next step. They prepare you for that person that comes in, because you know how to act now. Okay. Maybe sometimes if you're very emotional, you need to kind of get that emotional, have those emotional outbursts and be ridiculous and be psycho like the Queen of Swords, so you can witness yourself in action and say, you know what, I'm never going to do that again. I never want to react like that again. I never want to be in a relationship that causes me to feel this way again or to act this way again. I never want to deal with anyone who's like this again. All right, because maybe you were dealing with someone who had that energy of the Queen of Swords. You don't want that again. And you need to go through that in order to learn that lesson. Because until you experience certain things, you never understand truly how bad it is or how bad it can be. And sometimes we need to experience how bad it can be to know that we don't ever want to get there again. Now that I know what it's like to be the Queen of Swords in reverse, I've never want to experience that again. I never want to talk to someone like that again. I never want someone to make me feel like that again. I never want to make someone feel like that again. How about that? All right. We have the World card. Okay, so the World card can represent a satisfying time in your love life or your relationship. All right, so this represents a coming together or even possibly a commitment. Okay, this also represents the end of misunderstanding. So if we have a situation where this is not a breakup, this was a couple that just has gone through ups and downs. Okay, in the future, you are on hitting on the upswing again. All right, the Magician, you guys are able to kind of smooth things over. You're starting on a new path together. There's a new spark in your relationship. There's a new spark in your emotions. And maybe you guys are deciding that you're going to commit. And maybe that will, kind of put a end to the strain of this back and forth. Maybe things were going back and forth because there wasn't a commitment there. All right, so in the future, for this is one set of people, you do have a commitment possibly coming. All right, but at the very least, all the harsh negativity of the past, that is gone, and you guys are now moving forward to a deeper level in the relationship. All right, and that's also what this Magician card can represent. If it's your relationship, you guys are just taking it to the next level. All right, you're deepening your connection, you're deepening that bond. And now, if it's a situation where you left that person behind, that karmic relationship that was up and down, and you said you were going to just focus on yourself or focus on your money or focus on anything but love, in the future, you do have someone new coming to you. And, this person is going to be someone who's actually serious about you and actually wants to build with you and give you that commitment that you wanted that you could not get from that other person, okay? And if you're single, right, you basically have gone through a period where you've dated people who were not right for you. All right? You've been dating people who are not right for you, and you, in your current position right now, you're fed up. You're sick of it. You're tired of these same types of people. You realize that, you're attracting the wrong type. You realize that, you're wanting love so bad that sometimes you're settling for the wrong kind of person, and you decide to focus on yourself. Right? But if that's the case, my singles, don't let those feelings keep you from being open to loving again, because that love that you do want is out there and it is coming towards you as long as you keep your heart open. Keep your heart open, keep your faith, in love positive, and that relationship is there for you. Don't let someone who doesn't deserve you keep you from what you deserve. All right, Pisces? And I think that's the end of this reading. Um, Yeah, I like it. I think I like it. I don't like the fact that right now in the present, shit's not that great. I don't like, where we're coming from out of the past, but you know what? You cannot be angry at a very positive future. All right? You can't be angry at that. So we live, we learn, and we do it all again, right? See you at the next reading, Pisces. Love you guys. Bye.